In this mini-series, we are going to take 5 of Gran Turismo 7's most iconic cars that were also legends in the real world and turn them into money-making monsters. So sit back, relax and enjoy. Now, I'm sure most of you already guessed, the car we're focusing on in this video is the absolutely legendary Toyota Supra GT500 1997 edition. And once you've got the car, we're going to tune it, which in fact needed very little tuning. I've simply added the high RPM turbocharger. After that, there's been some adjustments to the suspension and to the downforce. And also, one slight adjustment was the transmission, which I've upped the speed to 310. Apart from that, it's bog standard. And with the tuning out of the way, it's time to pick a race. And for that, we're going to World Circuits, European section, Sardinia. I had originally intended on taking this car to Le Mans, but quite frankly, dropping this car down to 600 pp was almost criminal. So we're going to be doing the World Touring Car 800 at Sardinia. Now, just as we start the race, there are some important things to do first. Firstly, you guys need to hit those like and subscribe buttons. Now, seriously though, if you would consider hitting the like and subscribe buttons, it does help out the channel and I really do appreciate it. Now, serious stuff. The car, the race, tyres, medium tyres, which is convenient because that's the tyres the car comes with as standard. Traction control, up to you. But with the additional power, it did get a little loose at the back end, so I put just one click of traction control on. And fuel mapping. Now, this is not some super lightweight, super fuel efficient hybrid car. In fact, it's quite thirsty. So, we're going to have to put fuel mapping on number 6. And finally, strategy. Unlike Le Mans, there's no weather in this race, so we don't have to worry about changing onto wet weather tyres. So strategy is pretty much go as fast as you can and just avoid any contact with the opposition, which to start with is difficult until you get to lap number 4, where at some point you'll be overtaking the leader and moving up into first place. Once that's done, the rest of the race is pretty straightforward, until we need to make our first pit stop. So now seems a good time to jump ahead to exactly that. And as we come to make our pit stop at the end of lap 6, you will have already noticed that most of the opposition have already made theirs on previous laps. So the lead we had is getting bigger and bigger, which means slightly less stress at the pit stop. So come in, get rid of the old medium tyres, put on some nice new medium tyres, and let the pit crew fill you up with fuel. And now we're going to get back onto the track, but just be careful because the cars, the AI, can sometimes collide with you when you reach this point. Assuming you get out in one piece with no collisions, well, it's pretty much the same thing. Put your foot down, go as fast as you can, overtake any opposition you may come across, as now you will start to lap some. And it's head towards our next pit stop. Now at this point we're going to jump ahead to lap 9, where there are a couple of points to note. First of all, you will see that we're catching up with the backmarkers, so just be a little bit careful now, because in typical Gran Turismo AI fashion they will either brake unnecessarily hard or they will just simply move into you, forcing you off the track because they don't even realise you're there. The other thing you'll notice is that the AI are now pulling in to make their second pit stops. So just be careful that none of them are coming out of the pits. But as I said earlier on, if you look here, this guy drives straight across the pit line. If we'd have been coming out the pits then, like I warned earlier, he just smashed right into you. So just keep that in mind come your next set of pit stops. And talking of pit stops, we may as well jump ahead to the end of lap 12, where we will take our second and last pit stop of this race. Now, as with the previous pit stop, change the old medium tyres for a new set of mediums. Now, fuel. We've only got 3 laps to do this time, so it's up to you. You can either put in the minimum required amount of fuel and drive the same way we have until you get to the end of your race, or, as I chose to do, you can put in extra fuel and then have 1 or 2 laps of trying to get a personal best lap time, which I'll admit seemed like a very good idea at the time. In fact, I was actually doing very well and was putting some good sector times, right up until this point, where I overcooked it and put it in the gravel. Oh well, it was worth a try. Anyway, whichever method you choose to do to finish off your last few laps, you will win this race quite easily with a very significant lead. And so, there you have it. A very convincing win with quite a significant lead, and more importantly, a lot of credits. 727,500 to be precise. And there you have it, the 1997 Toyota Supra GT500. An absolute legend in real life and an absolute legend when it comes to earning credits in Gran Turismo 7. Now, I hope you'd enjoyed the first in the series. If so, please remember to hit those like and subscribe buttons. And in the next video, we'll be driving the... well, for that, you'll just have to watch the next video and find out. And I will see you guys in the next one. For more great videos like this one, follow this link. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video.